How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV, here with my predicted 11 ahead of Man United's trip to Stamford Bridge on Sunday. Now, this is a tough game. Even if we hadn't had a trip to Anfield and a game against Fenerbahce in the week leading up to it, but you obviously got 4 points there, a decent draw at Anfield, a very convincing win over Fenerbahce. But this is the big one for Jose Mourinho, the one he's been waiting for. Just like fans wait for Anfield. As soon as you see the fixtures out, Mourinho was waiting for this Stamford Bridge game, and it's a big one. And here is who I think Jose Mourinho is going to start. In goal, no-brainer, David De Gea. He was fantastic at Anfield, arguably the reason we got a point there after two fantastic saves against Emre Can and Philippe Coutinho. He's going to be, hopefully, not very busy against Chelsea. I don't see this Chelsea side having too much attacking threat if we can keep Diego Costa quiet. Whether he can or not is different because he is the Premier League's top scorer at the moment. Right back, Antonio Valencia. Matteo Darmian did well against Fenerbahce, but Valencia again was superb against Liverpool. That last-ditch tackle against Firmino was spot on, and for a player who's not a right back, he's making a very good right back this season. Centre-back partnership now. I may have done Chris Smalling in this team prior to him going off injured against Fenerbahce, but I don't now think that's a risk that Jose Mourinho is willing to take against Chelsea. So I've gone for Daley Blind and Eric Bailly. And Eric Bailly is so important to it. For me, he's the most important player in this team because he needs to get Diego Costa off his game. Diego Costa always gets an advantage by pinching people, by elbowing people, by getting in their heads. I think Eric Bailly can get in his head. And if he can knock him off his game, I think you minimise the threat this Chelsea team offers. And alongside him, Daley Blind, the king of composure. I do think maybe even if Smalling was fit that I would put Blind here because I want to see Luke Shaw start at left back. Started against Fenerbahce. I'll be honest, he didn't look that good. But he was clearly coming back from injury, which he is. He needs his match fitness. But I want to see Luke Shaw play here because I think we can get at this Chelsea team. With three at the back, David Luiz, Azpilicueta and Gary Cahill. There's space down the wing backs behind Victor Moses and Alonso. And with those, if they press forward, and it's going to leave gaps in behind, if you can have Jesse Lingard and Luke Shaw doubling up on the left, and Antonio Valencia and Marcus Rashford doubling up on the right, I think we're going to have a lot of joy in attack. In midfield, I've gone for a midfield three. Ander Herrera, Paul Pogba and Juan Mata in that number 10 role. I'll explain them all. Ander Herrera, I don't think needs any explanation. He was our man of the match against Liverpool by some margin. I'm loving this new deeper midfield role, and I'm sure he is as well. He's becoming a very integral part of this team. And with Kante in this Chelsea team, we're going to need that energy in midfield, and Herrera is our guy for that. Paul Pogba really announced himself with that brace against Fenerbahce at Old Trafford on Thursday. First one was a very well taken penalty. The second one was a superb finish right into the top bins. And I think he also got a pre-assist for Lingard's goal, but it was overall his game was very assured. That's the confidence boost he needed, and hopefully he can tear Chelsea a new one because we all know it is a case of when and not if Pogba shines this season. Maybe that brace against Fenerbahce is what he needed, that lift to get him in his best form. And in the number 10 role, Juan Mata, he was fantastic against Fenerbahce, and he's been good all season in this number 10 role. Lo and behold, you play Mata in number 10 role, he plays well. And I want to see him going back to Stamford Bridge and being in that team because I think he deserves it. Now, there's going to be a few calls here asking why I've left Michael Carrick out because he was the metronome against Fenerbahce. His pass for our first penalty was very Scholes-esque. Now, the reason I'm not playing him here is because of Kante. Now, Carrick really excelled against Fenerbahce because they didn't press him in the ball. So when he had possession, he had time to look up, time to find his pass. Against Chelsea, I don't think that space is going to be there. And I think that's when Carrick gets exposed. When you press Carrick now and you push him into it, I'm not saying that he can't put balls in pressure situations, but he doesn't have the energy anymore to run about. And I don't think it suits this game. Maybe he should come on in the second half, but I don't think he should start. Now, for the two wingers, I've gone for Jesse Lingard and Marcus Rashford. Jesse Lingard absolutely deserves a place in this team after that performance against Fenerbahce. Wonderful smart touch and a pass for Pogba's second goal. And he took his own goal superbly as well with a fantastic finish from outside the box. So much criticism is aimed towards his finishing, but that was very accomplished. And him with Luke Shaw on the left wing, I think could offer so much threat to this Chelsea team. On the right, I've gone for Marcus Rashford. You could potentially start Anthony Martial there. You could maybe start Memphis Depay or Henrik Mkhitaryan. Nobody knows about Henrik Mkhitaryan. He still doesn't seem fit to play. But Marcus Rashford, we need that. Him doubling up with Antonio Valencia against Gary Cahill or David Luiz, I think that is going to be where United have most joy. And up front, obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic returns. He has got questions to answer because he's been out of form and out of touch in the last few games. Missed a sitter against Stoke. I think if he scored that, we would have trounced them forward 5-0. And he missed a sitter against Liverpool as well. A little bit harsh, maybe it's not a sitter, but it's a big chance for who is a prolific striker. You'd expect him to score. Now, we need our attack to be better against Chelsea than it was against Liverpool. Defensively and in midfield, we were very sound against Liverpool. In attack, we were woeful. But Jesse Lingard, that 4-1 win against Fenerbahce is hopefully the push that the whole team needs to score some goals. You know, Wayne Rooney played very well against Fenerbahce. I think, is he going to be in this team? Let me know if you would like to see Rooney start at Stamford Bridge. I've already said lots of times this season of why Wayne Rooney needed to be dropped. He needed to be dropped. Is this the time where he gets recalled into the starting 11 for an out-of-form Ibrahimovic? But the good thing about this formation as well, it leaves Anthony Martial on the bench. Great option. We need pace up front. It leaves, as I said, Wayne Rooney on the bench at the moment. Maybe he's a good option to bring on. I think this Chelsea team is gettable. We need to go there with a slightly more expansive formation than we did against Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool were a much more dangerous opposition, I feel, than Chelsea were. Chelsea have been trounced by Liverpool and Arsenal this season. That was when they switched to a 3 at the back. And with this 3 at the back, there's so much space. And we've got pace. And you can exploit that with that pace. And I'd like to see it. Maybe it won't be. Mourinho back at Stamford Bridge. Maybe he's going to put the handbrake on and go for that 0-0. Who knows? Let me know your predicted 11 in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to United People's TV. Drop a like on the video. And we'll see you soon.